the mission comes first. If you train your men, they'll execute the mission. 9/11 came, they were doing what they wanted to do. They were going to work to the biggest job in New York City.
There was a chief at the Trade Center, and John's two sons are missing. They knew there was no hope for them. And there was a chief that I guess John didn't really have a lot of respect for. And he saw John, and he walked up to John, and he was crying, the chief was. Bitch is kind of, in that moment, he's kind of like, get a hold of yourself. You know, he's like, Pat. And the chief said to him, so, John, your kids. And John just snapped at him. He goes, I got 100 kids in there. Like, compose yourself and go do your job. And I said, man, when you talk about putting family first and a guy who had more courage than anybody really ever knew.
It sounds a little contrite, but family values. It's how you take what was given to you and what you make out of it. You know, I lost two sons, and I'm not going to sit here and say there isn't a minute that doesn't go by that I don't think of them.
Shortly after the wars had started, made his first trip to the Army's hospital at Walter Reed and then the Navy's medical facility at Bethesda, merely to offer his gratitude firsthand.
He always had that ability to be looking and seeing who may not be noticed and who might be in the most pain.
He thought it important to organize more trips.
Many of us know John didn't do anything without Jan, or at least if Jan wasn't there, she was always in full support, and she shared that man with an entire nation.
Many of the wounded troops at Walter Reed and Bethesda at this time, when asked, why did you go? They pointed to the morning of 9/11. And here's this individual, this figure who's a symbol of all that was lost that morning, but yet he comes as an ambassador to show his appreciation, and probably even more importantly, he comes as a beacon of hope.
On that day of so much bad that happened to our country on 9/11, that he wholeheartedly knew that more good came from that day than bad. And I think that that's just an incredible reminder of what he lived his life for, what his wife did, what his family did, and how he shared that opportunity with all of us.
You lose your kids, you say the world is over. It could be. If I stood up here and I whimpered and I was crying, you people would start to get teary-eyed and say, he's an old fool. I cannot be any less than my sons. They were brave men. They lived a good life, short life, but a good life. My wife and I vowed that we would continue to do that. If that's the definition of resilience, then we have it.